Good day, sisters and brothers. It's Monday of the third week of Easter, and here's our gospel. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. John. Glory to you, O Lord. After Jesus had fed the 5,000 men, his disciples saw him walking on the sea. The next day, the crowd that remained across the sea saw there had only been one boat there, and that Jesus had not gone along with his disciples in the boat, but only his disciples had left. Other boats came from Tiberias, near the place where they had eaten the bread, when the Lord gave thanks. When the crowd saw that neither Jesus nor his disciples were there, they themselves got into boats and came to Capernaum looking for Jesus. And when they found him across the sea, they said to him, "Rabbi, when did you get here?" Jesus answered them and said, "Amen, amen, I say to you, you are looking for me not because you saw signs, but because you ate the loaves and were filled. Do not work for food that perishes, but for the food that endures for eternal life, which the Son of Man will give you. For on him the Father God has set his seal." So they said to him, "What can we do to accomplish the works of God?" Jesus answered and said to them, "This is the work of God, that you believe in the one he sent." The Gospel of the Lord. In today's gospel, Jesus reminds his disciples to work for the food that will last forever, not the food that will perish. I don't think he's talking about Dak ham, which will probably last 1,000 years, maybe 5,000 years. Even after all of us human beings are gone, it will still be around, but it won't last forever. Eventually, it will perish. Jesus says, forget about that kind of food. I'm talking about the spiritual food that lasts. Focus on that. And what are these foods? Love of God, of neighbor, mercy, compassion, friendship, generosity. These are the things that do not die. And you know what, sisters and brothers, I'm happy to report that in so many ways over the past month, I have seen our parish being nourished off these foods. I'll give you a few examples. Our emergency feeding program, we have like 200 families now who are really struggling in our parish, just wondering how they're going to make ends meet. And it's been really hard for them. But at the same time, we have had a number of individuals and groups step up and help provide funding so that we can give these families $50 food vouchers every week. Yes, it's a dark time, but the generosity and the love is also something that just blows you away. Food that lasts forever. Or think about our teachers at St. Martin's Primary School. I mean, they have a hard job during normal times. These days, it's even harder. They have to figure out ways of educating our students. Many of them don't have tablets or other devices or internet in their houses. And so a lot of our teachers are picking up the phone every day, calling families, calling parents, checking up on students and seeing how they're doing and trying to figure out little ways to help our students keep learning. Food that lasts forever. Love, compassion, mercy, generosity, friendship. You know, I do want to bring up something that happened the past couple weeks. Maybe you saw it on the news or on social media. There was a young man who was gay named Ulysses who was picked up by the police for a minor infraction, breaking curfew. And it's clear that he was bullied and mocked. That was caught on camera. He also was beat up by somebody. It's unclear if that was the police or someone else. And he eventually died. I don't want to make any judgments until the full story is known. But the bottom line is a lot of people saw a video that Ulysses put on Facebook in which he was really crying and saying what had happened to him. And a lot of people saw that video and passed it around to laugh at him, to mock him, to join in the ridicule. Sisters and brothers, compassion is one of those foods that will last forever. Compassion is from a Latin word, and it literally means to suffer together. Jesus came into our world so that God could suffer with us, so that God could be with us in our darkness and suffering. And in turn, the Lord calls us to be people of compassion, people who suffer with one another. So that means, when somebody has a misfortune against them or is being mocked or whatever, it doesn't mean laughing and going along with the crowd. Rather, it means entering into their suffering and trying to hold them and love them as best we can. That's what Christians do. I remember last year there was a kid at St. Martin de Porres primary school who was just really being bullied every day in class on the playground. He was getting beat up on. And one day I saw, after this had happened in a pretty major way, I saw at lunchtime, I saw another student who was a little taller, a little stronger, a little more self-confident than this kid was, go and sit down next to that kid during lunchtime. He didn't say anything, he just sat there with him, you know, as if to say, you are okay, you are loved. Forget about those voices. You are still a child of God, and I want to sit here and be with you. I want to suffer together with you. That's compassion. What are the foods that we are working for? Are they foods that perish ultimately, or are they foods that will endure?